Hi guys, hope you are doing well. My name is Doreen, and as we close off the Women's Month, I felt like I should talk about finances or money or give you a few stories of how my saving and investment journey has been. So welcome to this episode. If you're a new subscriber, you are welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you are welcome back. So I'll get right into it. So a few years ago, I joined MTN Uganda and I joined the network department. A few months down the road, the company outsourced or was in the process of outsourcing the network department to a Chinese company. And we have heard stories of how Chinese work, like you wake up one morning and you don't have a job, So prior to that, I used to think that I don't have money to save. And mind you, when I joined MTN, I was earning five times what I was earning in the company I was in before. But for some reason, I felt like I didn't have money to save in the 212 circle at that moment. The devil is a liar, guys. Let me tell you, saving is a discipline. Things to spend on money will always be there. Let me even give you that tip before we go any further. Things to spend money on will always be there. You have to take a deliberate effort, an intentional decision to save. For me, the intentional decision to save was forced on me by the fact that the company was outsourcing. So MTN outsourced the network department to ZTE. This is public knowledge, everyone knows that. But I'm just sharing my journey of how I joined the 212 circle. Anyway, so as they were outsourcing us, MTN put a clause to the people that were outsourced in the contract with ZTE that we shall stay with the company for 1 year. That they will not fire anyone in that 1 year unless the person chooses to leave. So I thought to myself, I was like, this is the right time to join the 212 circle, so that after 1 year, if I'm fired, I'll get where to start from. So this was my journey to, starting like an emergency fund or something like that. I'm like, let me start saving. In 1 year, at least I'll be having some money to parent, to feed on as I look for another job. So that's how I joined the 212 circle. And somehow the money appeared. The money to save appeared. I realized that I'd been wasting money in so many things, so many unnecessary things. And my life continued going on. My life was still okay even as I was saving. So saving is a deliberate choice. It's a deliberate effort. So for me, I was pushed, but I'm sharing my story so that you don't wait for the time when you are pushed. The other day, a friend of mine shared that out of the blue, they told them that in December, they told them that the company is closing, that next year they are not opening. Imagine that. Imagine your company did that to you, For me, I was given warning of that 1 year that I was able to save, that I had leeway to save so that in case I'm fired, I can get where to start from. But by God's grace, I was never fired. I actually left on my own. So I thank God for that. And for all that time I was saving. Was it like 3-4 years I was saving? Don't wait for that time to come where you are fired and then you don't even have transport to take you back home. Someone said that when you get a job, start planning your exit. So start saving. Imagine that in 2 or 3 weeks' time or in 2 or 3 months' time, you don't have this job anymore. What is going to happen to you? What are you going to do? So saving is an intentional decision. Saving is necessary. So from that time, I realized that I do well with saving in circles because it became so easy. So a few months down the road, friends of mine, they used to meet, celebrate birthdays, hang out, were like, why don't we start saving together? We started saving. So at that time, it was a cash round. So we're like saving 100K per month and then give it to one person who was 6. So this month we collect all the 100K, 600, we give it to one person. Next month, like that. So after some time, I remember even it was even during COVID in 2020, we were like, but this whole thing of cash round is really not, like it's okay, it benefits you get the money at once and do what you want to do. Because I remember at the end of each cycle would meet and share what we've done with the money and would have done great things, but we felt like we could do more. So we increased the saving from 100 to 200 so that the 100 is saved and then the 100 can be the cash round. So if you're in a circle and you save everything and you feel like you're not enjoying your money, you can employ that strategy of saving some and eating some. Not eating some. Yeah, giving some to someone so that they can take care of their immediate problems or something like that. Yeah, so we started, imagine during COVID, God has really been gracious. We started during COVID time, we increased our savings to 200. No, we would save to invest 1 million, and then the 1.4, because now we increased the number, now we are 12. Yeah, so the 1.4, you give it to one person. And that money is still being used by people to do great things in their homes. My friends have been able to buy washing machines. Some have bought dining sets. Others have bought curtains for their homes, These circles are really important, especially for women, For ladies, it's very important. You may not be able to collect that 100,000 per month for the whole year so that you can buy curtains, but if you're putting it with friends and collecting it together, it becomes very relevant at the time when you need it. Yeah, so for now, as a circle, we've even invested in land. We bought a piece of land, 100 by 100, that is appreciating very fast, so I'm grateful to that. We've invested in unit trusts as a circle to grow the money as we collect it so that we can invest it in something bigger. Yeah, so if you're a lady out there and you've been thinking about how to invest your money, your Kameza money comes in, you use for the home, and then you stay with a little balance and you're wondering, how can I save this? Please join those circles, join those investment clubs in your area, in your church, at your workplace. Join them and save in your money. You do not know what will happen. Anything can happen at any one point. Yeah, so those circles, like especially with friends, have kept us together because now we have a common goal. We have a common purpose that we are working towards as a circle. So on top of being friends and being there for each other on our functions, on our weddings, when our children get birthdays and all, at least we have another common goal, which is money, finances, that we are working towards. So that is a good thing. Yeah, so if you're looking to join an investment club or a circle, I did 3 videos. They're already there on the channel, 3 videos. What to look out before joining an investment circle, the benefits of joining an investment circle, and I brought Paul Canotti to come and share about investment circles. Their circle has invested in billions and billions of money. They have chunks of land in Nadia, you'll see in the video. He openly shares about everything that the circle has achieved in the video. So you go and watch those videos before you consider joining an investment club. So I'm going to share better money habits that we can think about or employ in our lives or in our finances for this year. And then we see how they do so that we can take them on in the coming years. Yeah, so one of the money habits that as ladies we should think about or be serious about is educating ourselves about money, how to make it, how to save it, and how to invest it. Look out for opportunities of how to save your money, of how to make your money grow. So we are hustling, we are working hard to make money, but most times it just goes through our fingers just like that. Yeah, it's because we have not planned for what money is coming in. How am I going to use it? How am I going to budget it? Which account am I going to put it? And what am I saving towards? Yeah, so it's important to educate ourselves about money and to know the investment plans that are out there that we can put our money in so that it can grow. And if you have a business, which most ladies do, even those in the corporate world, some of them have side businesses. I don't want to call them side hustles. They are side businesses or an extra source of income. Please try to separate personal finances from business finances. Try as much as you can. Get another number, another mobile number for the business where you can put the money, open another bank account where you can put the business money so that it doesn't mix up with our personal money, because then you'll use it to buy onions and tomatoes and then you'll wonder what happened to the business. I did a video about money mistakes that I made in my businesses. Please go and watch that video and you will learn a thing or two of how to separate business money from personal money and how to grow your business. I started a few businesses. I also shared videos of the few businesses that I did, and they thrived, but because I wasn't diligent in keeping the money well, I cannot tell you where the money went. So I learned from my mistakes, and now the businesses that I'm doing have a separate account. My businesses have separate phone numbers, like for mobile money payments, there's a separate number from my personal number, and that is helping the businesses grow because I don't use the money anyhow, in any way that I want. Yeah, so that is helping me a lot. Another thing to do is to live within your means. So this is where you direct your money where to go instead of wondering where your money went. So if you know that 1 million is coming, that's an income that you're getting, and you've tithed the 10%, you give the 10% to giving, expenses and all that, the percentages that you have allocated for your money, make sure that the money goes where it's supposed to be. If your 10% of giving is finished, if someone comes to you and they need money, just tell them, you know what, I don't have money, but maybe I can consider you next month because the 10% of this month is done. And with that structure, it will help you not to go over and above your means, to do things that you cannot afford or you cannot manage to do, and then end up in debt or living a low quality life, yet you earn a lot of money. And another mistake that we do, me inclusive, is to spend what we don't have. So the money has not yet come in yet, but you've already gotten the dress, you've already gotten the shoe. You're like, when the money comes, I will pay you. Ladies, I'm speaking to ladies because I know I do this a lot as well, but I'm working on it. So I don't commit. I no longer commit. I may see a nice shoe, I don't have money, or I see a nice dress and I don't have money. I don't commit. I rarely commit. let me say I rarely commit. I can see it, like it, and I'm like, okay, if I get money, I'll come and buy if it's still available. That's what I'm doing now. Like, I tell the person, if it's still available, I'll buy. Yeah, so I'm trying to avoid to spend what I don't have yet, which is a very common thing with some of us who are impulse spenders. God have mercy on us. Another good money habit that we can pick up is to build emergency funds. Yeah, so that money I was telling you at the beginning of the video was an emergency fund for me. But then when I got married, I used it to buy land. So now I'm trying to build an emergency fund from scratch. Yeah, so any profit I get or any extra money I get, I put it in a unit trust, and it's growing slowly by slowly. So that is an emergency fund. And the goal is to have money on that account that is equal to 6 months living expenses. For example, if my living expense is 1 million, so the goal is to have like 6 million on that account growing, so that in case I no longer have an income, that money can take me at least for 6 months as I look for another source of income. Yeah, so that's what I'm growing now. So as ladies, we can think about growing an emergency fund. And then another thing is to aim at increasing our sources of income. So think about the things that you're interested in, your talents, how can you monetize them? If you're into public speaking, how can you, host gigs? How can you modulate some sessions so that you can get an extra amount of money? If you're into dancing, how can you be a choreographer? Over the weekend, you go to these dance studios and then, you offer dance choreography lessons. We should look at our skills, things that we easily catch on, how can we monetize them and all that. And I know that will increase our sources of income. So the final thing is to set up several funds so that we don't mix money. There's a fund that, I was thinking about recently. I read about it. It's called the Sinking Fund. And this is where you put money to do with traveling, money to celebrate birthdays, money to have a good Christmas and all that. So if you know that during Christmas you're going to travel, it's about time to start putting money aside in that fund or on that account, so that when time comes, you are not shocked that time has reached and you have not saved enough for your travel. Yeah, so that's a sinking fund that we can also think about. Yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope and pray that we shall be better at handling finances, we shall be more educated, or we shall educate ourselves more about finances, about different funds to set up, about different insurance policies. I haven't gone into insurance policies to set up for our families, for ourselves. I hope that we shall be better managers or better stewards of the money that God has entrusted us with. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you have been uplifted, encouraged, and motivated to be the best version of yourself. Bye. See you in the next one.